to roll up the windows so that I can be heard. So as I'm having thoughts right now, I'm just putting them out here so that they can already be out of my head and onto a medium. And this message is for my dear, lovely INFJ sisters. I would say brothers. I don't really know any men who are INFJ. I just happen to know a lot of INFJ females because like draws like. And I am a recovering INFJ. So let me just get to that. Dear INFJ sisters, and I'm putting myself in that club. I'm not separating myself, but I noticed some things about myself that I need to change. Number one, everything is not about you. Nobody is waking up in the morning, not many people are waking up every day in the morning and starting their day out with an agenda to make your life miserable, to offend you, to hurt you. People have their things. Everybody has something. And that doesn't mean that you excuse it. You know, not everybody is meant to be in your circle, not everybody is healthy for you, but learn how to navigate the difference between taking things out of context, internalizing, never expressing it, and just reacting to it. It's just, and I know that we enjoy spending time by ourselves. It's a beautiful thing. Believe me, that's never going to change about me. But as I'm moving into this, I don't know what I would say, fall, autumn season of my life, I'm starting to realize that, yes, there have been people that have hurt me, but they've hurt me because I had an expectation. Was the expectation reasonable? Was the expectation valid? And even if it was, and someone did not meet that expectation, what do? I know what I used to do. I used to just bounce like, oh, I remember that. And you know, and we just get trigger happy. We just get triggered happy. And somebody does unknowingly triggers something that somebody else did, maybe intentionally. And we lump it all in the same category, and then we just bounce. We can't leave. Well, we can. I mean, grown folks. A trail of broken relationships on perceived infractions without first self-evaluating. You know, we're so good for crawling into our holes, and you know, and I know it has to do with a lot of impacted things along with personality. I feel like a lot of it also is just foundational things that we experienced in ways that we learned to be as children, in addition to just being of a highly sensitive nature. But blue squirrel. But sometimes I feel like that trauma and that pain clouds the intuition part that is supposed to serve us. And it pulls us out of that place to be able to see things clearly. So I'm saying this because I want you to thrive. I want to thrive. I'm working on myself every day. Really, really am. And relationships are meant to be navigated and grown through, not bumped up against and tossed aside. And after you navigate and start with yourself, stop looking outside at what other folk do and what someone did and blah, 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 blah. That's why you can't be around folk. That's why you can't trust folk. That's why blah, 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 blah. Because then a lot of this honestly becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, it's not about folk. It's about you. Start to examine yourself. Start to examine your heart. Start to heal those fissures and those wounds within yourself. And until you do, you're not going to be able to assess what's really happening outside of you. Now, again, I know that we tend to be the soft hearts that get stepped on, and the ones that keep finding those people. They got radar for us and we got radar for them. So we have to own our responsibility for our part in the interaction and not just make it an external thing. And we're always absolving ourselves. But after you learn to look at your heart, heal your heart, ask yourself, is this relationship perfect? Nope, no, there is not one that is. Does this relationship serve a purpose? Ask that before you toss the baby out with the bathwater. Do I need to grow from this? Is there something I need to learn from this? We got to stop treating everything and everyone as it's disposable as soon as a little trigger hits us. Sometimes a trigger hits us so it can get our attention to allow us to grow, to allow us to come out of our little caves so that we can interact and not go, oh, well, these people just talk about this. I like to talk about things that are of substance. Okay, fine. Then find people who like to talk about things of substance with you, and don't hold people who don't hostage, because that's not their vibration on that level. Are there other places where you connect? Are there other places of symbiotic benefit? So anyway, there's more that I want to share on that, but it's lunchtime and I'm kind of hungry and it's already been 6 minutes. But the gist is there. INFJs, stop using this title and this disposition that has been assigned to you as a reason to avoid growth within yourself through relationships. Sometimes it's okay for you to be offended and sit and examine why you offended. I just watch people grow old. As the older I get, I'm just watching people that grow old. And the older you get, the more set you become in your ways. Sitting in that pain pool, that's exhausting. That's exhausting. And the only solution is not isolation. It's not. It's navigation. So learn how to navigate from within so that you can learn how to navigate relationships outside of you. That's it. I'm done. Time to eat. Peace and be blessed.